Why I'd much rather be Mexican than American. I do not want to be American anymore. And you might be thinking, this guy's an idiot. You are an idiot, you freaking idiot. Why? Everybody wants U.S. citizenship. Well, I'd rather be Mexican than American, and I'll tell you why. Everybody said, oh, we love America. Now the perception has changed. It's harder in some cases to get residency permits. Mexico's passport is also improving, while the U.S. passport is getting worse. The Mexican passport is acquiring more countries that have good relationships with it. It has great relationships with Spain, obviously, with Europe, with the UK, with many countries around the world that are improving, creating trade agreements with different countries. They're allowing big factories from some countries to go and expand in Mexico. Manufacturing in Mexico is increasing. Engineers are graduating at a rapid pace in Mexico, and overall the economy is growing. People are making more money. The passport is getting better. The reception of Mexicans around the world is getting better. Versus America, it's getting worse. You have to look at the trajectory of both passports, of both ideas of both countries around the world. Mexico wins in this case. Mexico also doesn't cause any red flags. As an American, you try to go open a bank account, you try to go open a crypto account, vodka, million questions, fill out these million documents because of the US government, US taxes. Mexico, nobody cares. Overall, your life is going to be way easier starting a business, getting a bank account, traveling all over the world as a Mexican than it is as an American. Also, Mexico doesn't want to control its citizens. America wants to tax, wants to control your crypto. Mexico has improving relationships with many countries around the world, and even though the Mexican government is very nationalist, they want to improve citizens' lives, and obviously it has its problems. I can't say Mexico is the best country. It cares the most about its citizens, but it cares more about its own country than trying to provide money to other countries, than trying to improve the lives of another country. And they also create great relationships with other countries and other governments around the world, versus America, where it's just like, oh, we don't like that country, let's bomb it. Our citizens don't matter, let's take their money and just use it for other countries. So they really use their citizens as slaves for their own purpose and then spend money wherever they want, versus Mexico actually tries to improve the economy inside. Many reasons why I prefer being a Mexican and why people call me an idiot for not wanting a US passport. And don't tell me, oh, but you have the cartels. The cartels are in America too. Crime in America is even worse, I would argue, in some places than it is in Mexico. In Mexico City, where I spend a lot of time, in Cancun, you're way less likely to be murdered than in the worst parts of the United States, and in some popular parts of the United States. And now it's getting even worse with the crime. And you have this huge migrant influx, which are not Mexicans, it's not us, it's Hondurans, Salvadorians, to a certain extent, Venezuelans, some Colombians, some people from all over South and Central America. It's usually not Mexicans crossing the border because Mexicans can get a visa easily. All the other people that are trying to cross the border, they say, oh, those Mexicans crossing the border. No, they're crossing the Mexico-US border. They're not Mexican. You have this massive problem in the US with the migrant crisis.